Tennessee Climate Office, the Geoinformatics and Disaster Science Lab, the Department of Geosciences, we have all worked extensively with the Tennessee Emergency Management Agency and certainly with multiple counties across the state on hazard mitigation planning. We worked with TEMA last year we basically wrote all of the risk assessment for the state mitigation plan. So for all the climate hazards, geologic hazards, anthropogenic hazards, technological hazards, they're all in there. And we played a massive part in that. We had I believe 5 graduate students, 1 undergraduate, and 5 faculty working very intensively on that last year. It's a huge undertaking and a really big part of planning in the state. And so now you can take what we were able to get from the state mitigation plan and pare that down to the county. And so I think we've worked on maybe 25 county plans so far over last year, adding in climate trends and variability information for each hazard that those counties are updating their plans for. We're also hoping to work with Washington County Emergency Management Agency again on updating their mitigation plan next year. Really excited about that because that's our county, that's the community we live in, and it'll be really exciting to kind of work start to finish on that. And for those unfamiliar with mitigation planning, every 5 years, a county and a state are required to update their plans, have a plan. If they don't have those plans, then they aren't eligible for certain types of post-disaster funding. So they're really critical on the back end, but on the front end, they're critical as a planning tool. And so, especially as we have new events like this that happen, we had the Waverly flood in 2021, which we were also heavily involved with. The State Climate Office is in charge of certifying new state records, and so we worked on that. And that was a big new addition to the state mitigation plan. And so knowing that these events can happen, and they can kind of happen anywhere in the state, and we can bring that information in to these plans, and the skills that we have on the mapping side, on the flood modeling side, really critical to include those. We were really excited. Several years ago, we worked on the Sevier County hazard mitigation plan update after their wildfires, and that was something where we really did a much more extensive risk assessment than they had previously done, and certainly we had new data from that wildfire event. And so we really love working with the different counties in the state and the state agencies on meeting whatever climate data needs and services they have, especially as it relates to mitigation planning. That's definitely a particular skill set that a lot of the staff in the office here have, and I feel really proud of what we've been able to do with that across the state.